Welcome to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I am Dr. Nicole and I'm here to help you unleash your peak performance and dominate your sport with fierce confidence and unstoppable energy. Whether you're a high-level athlete, a dedicated parent, a coach, or an agent, this podcast is for you. Get ready for ultimate strategies, expert insights, and cutting-edge tips that will take your game to the next level. We'll also cover personalized blood work analysis to provide unique insights that can transform your performance. We'll explore personalized health, optimized nutrition, and powerful recovery techniques. Whether you're on the ice, the field, or in the gym, together, we'll unlock your true potential and make your athletic dreams a reality. Let's do this, because greatness is within you, and it's time to unleash it. Hey there, welcome back to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Nicole Tatro, and today we're diving into how the changing seasons can impact athletic performance. You might not think the time of year makes a huge difference, but trust me, it absolutely does. And when you know how to work with these seasonal shifts instead of fighting against them, it can give you a real edge. Right now, my field hockey players and their soccer friends are all finishing up their seasons, and the split season hockey players are sliding right into the regular season mode. It's a busy time, and these transitions can mess with your energy if you're not paying attention. So today, I want to talk about how we can use this time of year to our advantage, keeping energy levels up, recovery on point, and immune systems strong. I don't know about you, but I've definitely noticed how much harder it is to get up early for training or for me riding my bike because it's darker and it's colder in the mornings. If you're feeling the same, you're not alone. Your body's natural rhythm, your circadian rhythm, is shifting along with the season. As the days get shorter, your body starts producing more melatonin earlier in the evening, making you feel sleepier. At the same time, it becomes harder to wake up and get moving. One way to help regulate this is to get some sunlight in the morning. Even if it's cloudy, getting outside for just 10 to 15 minutes early in the day helps reset your internal clock and keeps your energy stable. If you can, try to get to your workout outside. Get your workout done outside in the morning, especially if you're transitioning between seasons like my hockey players right now. Light exposure is powerful, and it will do more for your energy levels than an extra cup of coffee ever will. And speaking of energy, let's talk about screens. I know it feels cozy to scroll on your phone or watch TV at night, binge watching the Netflix series when it gets dark, but the blue light from these screens messes with the melatonin production, throwing off your sleep and recovery. Sleep is where the magic happens, remember? It's when your body recovers, repairs, and gets ready for the next day. So if you want to perform at your best, sleep has to be a priority. Keep your bedtime and wake-up times as consistent as possible, even on weekends. I know, it's super tough, especially for young athletes, and even harder for those junior hockey players or those college hockey players, those sports, those athletes. But if you want to reach your goals, you've got to put the work in. A 30-minute variation is ideal, but keeping it within an hour is a good start if that's more realistic for you. This is also a perfect time to check in with your energy levels. A lot of athletes are feeling more tired than usual this time of year. Part of it is the natural adjustment to the season, but there can also be other factors at play, like low vitamin D, mineral imbalances, or even mental fatigue from nonstop training. This is where blood work becomes so valuable, and you know this, I always say test, don't guess. Blood work gives us real insights into what's going on inside your body, those internal stats. When I see those blood panels, I pay close attention to things like vitamin D, minerals such as magnesium, sodium, potassium, and a lot of other markers. But I wanted to highlight just a few just to give you the point. It's really like putting together a puzzle. Each marker tells us a piece of the story. And with that full picture, we can create a plan that's specific to you. For my athletes, I recommend doing blood work every 6 months. And actually, I recommend this for anyone. It doesn't just have to be for my athletes. So it's good to do it every 6 months, especially if we've started a program. You don't really want to do it that much sooner because, to be quite honest, if we start trying to optimize and implement things, your numbers could get a little crazy for a little bit. Obviously, speak with your physician if you have any concerns, but that gives us time to see trends and make adjustments as needed. Hopefully that makes sense. Reach out if you have any questions about that. Because now I want to talk about something that often sneaks in this time of year: bad habits with nutrition and hydration. I get it. It's that time to want to feel cozy, and we want that comfort food. Between school, practice, and games, it's easy to just grab something like a coffee or an energy bar to get through the day. And I've been there, except for the coffee. I don't drink coffee. But here's the thing. Many of those products are packed with sugar, artificial ingredients, and caffeine. And that's why I don't drink coffee. Not to mention I don't like the taste, but I do not do well with caffeine, not even just a little bit. But my point is, these might give you a quick energy boost, might make you feel good because your body's used to it, but that spike is short-lived and the crash afterward can hit hard. Over time, these quick fixes can actually drain your energy and mess with your body's ability to function optimally. I want you to think long-term. I love short-term things. I'm a coach. I just got done my field hockey season. There are short-term goals, but when we're talking about your internal health, yes, I want you to be able to perform amazing tomorrow and the next day or in the next week or the next month. However, we also have to think about your long-term health. Focus on real food, protein, healthy fats, and good quality carbohydrates. And make sure you're staying hydrated with more than just water. Hydration is about minerals too. Remember, we need those electrolytes, especially if you're working out so hard that you sweat a lot all the time. Your body needs things like sodium, magnesium, and potassium to function at its best, especially when you're sweating during practices or games. In my house, we use what we call it's called pickleball cocktail. It's a powder in a little packet that we put into our water bottles. I'm also really excited to talk about that I've done some research, and one of the companies that I really trust and that I utilize for a lot of my supplements just introduced an incredible new product. So for those athletes that I'm coaching or that my future athletes that I'm going to take on as clients, I will implement this into some of their routines. So exciting. It's something that they can put in their water bottles and drink either right before a big game or a practice, or they can actually sip on it during the games. This is really great for electrolytes and mineral replacement, because one of the number one reasons for fatigue when it comes to athletes is mineral deficiencies and the depletion of all those minerals. So very exciting. You know that I like to nerd out with this stuff, but I'm super excited about that. I can't wait to share more about it soon. So stay tuned, and especially if you sign on with me, we will have some very exciting news about that. If you're not quite ready for any one of my in-depth programs or even some of my shorter programs, there's no problem with that. I totally get it. You have to be ready. And honestly, I want to work with athletes and their parents who are ready, because that's when true change can happen, is when you've got that deep why and that I know you're fully invested. But I also just created some starter kits. I know that getting started can feel really overwhelming, so I did some research and consulting to design a way to help you take that first step that isn't quite so burdening to you. So the starter kits are perfect for testing things out. One of them is my Energy and Performance Starter Kit, which is all about giving your body what it needs to perform at its best. And since we're heading into that cold and flu season, I also put together an Immune Booster Starter Kit to help keep your immune system strong and healthy, to kind of help you fight through anything you might be exposed to. At the time of this recording, it's October and the weather has really shifted. This is when colds, flus, and hidden infections just try to sneak in and take away our energy. So supporting your immune system now will help you stay ahead of the game. Trust me. You can find all of these starter kits on the website, the-eliteathlete.com. Just scroll down to the section with all my program offerings, and you'll see a link to learn more about the kits. There are 3 of them. And while you're there, be sure to grab my new free Game Day Fuel Guide. That one's free. It's packed with tips on how to fuel properly for practices and games. Whether you're an athlete, a parent, or a coach, it's a great resource to have on hand. So go grab that. So That's it for today's episode. I hope you found some useful tips and are inspired to use this seasonal transition to your advantage. Remember, your body needs to be fueled, hydrated, and well-rested if you want to perform at your best. And don't forget, having an athletic health coach can really make a difference. Just like you have a head coach, a strength coach, an assistant coach, you need someone looking at your internal stats to make sure you're on track. Even if you think you're doing everything right, there could be areas where you're missing out. I'd love to help you figure that out. So reach out. Thanks for listening to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me today on the Elite Athlete Podcast. Remember, achieving peak performance isn't just about what happens on the field, the court, or the ice. It's about mastering your body from the inside out. Every step you take, every adjustment you make to your health and mindset brings you closer to the athlete you're meant to be. If today's episode inspired you to take action, or you're curious about how you can level up your performance through targeted strategies like blood work analysis, head over to the-eliteathlete.com. There, you'll find program options that are designed to meet your specific needs and help you optimize your health and performance. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with your teammates, coaches, or anyone else you know who's ready to elevate their game. Together, we can build a community of athletes who aren't just strong and fast, but who thrive because they're healthy, balanced, and empowered to push beyond their limits. Stay committed, stay focused, and I'll catch you in the next episode of the Elite Athlete Podcast. Until then, keep striving for greatness. And remember, you are not alone in this journey.